taping?
Yeah.
So, I mean, on the day test you cannot see what's written, so it's gonna be new questions. So you have to be prepared for any kind of questions that might come. Oh, I'm Victor. What's your name again? M. Very good.
9.
9. I try to remember very bad. So, where do you want to go? University?
เขาถามว่าอยากไปเรียนหรอ
want to go Australia.
Australia
to work. He
Uh,
wants to work.
Tour first and then come back and then maybe go. Australia is nice. I like Australia. Where in Australia?
New South Wales.
But nice, Australia is nice. Nice beaches, nice surfing. Okay, yeah, you're going to Japan?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes.
Let's go to Tokyo.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but I will look for some country that my lecturer have contact with and do the research and
Go.
I'm not sure.
Nice. So you already took the test, right?
Yes.
How was it for you? Was it difficult, easy, or?
It's very difficult for me
Very
at that
difficult.
time, yes. I not good at reading.
Reading difficult. Yeah, the reading test is a very difficult one.
Yes, because it's not have a short time. for
Very
me.
short, yeah.
Yes.
When the day that I didn't answer the 4 last questions. So you have to be very fast to. And it's good when you train, when you do like mock test, you do it with answer sheet, you know, like you pass to the sheet, so you can know how much time it takes you and all that. Yes. You first time IELTS?
Yes.
First time. Never do before.
No, he did.
He took the test already.
Already took. Difficult. It's difficult. Yeah. So yeah, I mean the test. If you study, if you get prepared, it can be easy, kind of. They put some little tricks, but you have to be very careful. For listening, just be very very careful and try not to be like lose the timing, because if you lose the timing, you just okay, where am I? You have to be very careful with that for listening. You know, listen to a lot of English music, listen to a lot of movies. Never listen to like how do you say that? Always use subtitles for movies. Never listen to movies in Thai. Always subtitles, so you can train, you know, to listen to English. That will get you ready, I think, and prepare, do a lot of tests, mock tests. I think it's very important, taking the test. What else? Oh yeah, before you take the listening test, it's important to note the questions and see what's important, like what they're going to ask you for. That's very good. What else? After listening, it's a reading test, I think. It's reading, right? Okay. Yeah, for reading, it's 3 sections, right? First section, second section, third section. You should try to be quicker in the first section. It took me like 10 or 12 minutes to do the first section, because the last 2, they are more difficult. So you have to leave more time, you know. So you have to do the first section quick, because it's easy, and then leave more time to the others. You have to try to do that. And leave maybe at least 8 minutes to answer the sheet. Answers. Yes. For reading, for me, what I think it's easier, not read whole text. Don't do that. You go to the questions first, and you read the questions. You see what they want you to have. You go to the whole questions, you see what they want, and then you see the first section of questions, and then you go to the text, try to find it. Usually they are on order, but not always, so you have to be careful. Yeah, they call it skimming, and analyzing, something like that. You have to find the words that they want. For example, sometimes they
Scanning.
give dates.
Scanning.
Scanning, yeah, scanning and skimming, something like that. For example, sometimes they give you dates like 2001. So when they give you this date, you go back to the text and you find 2001, and usually the answer is like around there.
Numbers are quite easier than.
Easy, yeah. Yeah, that's an easy example, but you have to be very trying to find the questions in the text. After that is writing. He can help you with writing, he's really good. But for writing, what I did, it was not good. I took too much time to do the first writing. Took me maybe 22 minutes, maybe more. So when I had
What was your the first task?
my first
Writing
task-
task 1.
Yeah, I don't remember very well, but it was a graphic. I had to compare to like two graphics, something like that. So you have to just do like introduction. You have to develop your ideas and conclude. Very short conclusion. It's important to train before, of course, to know words like how to begin a phrase. There are some specific words really good for tests that Janine can teach you. Like firstly, secondly, thirdly, we can conclude that. Like these words, they really help you if you memorize them. Once you're doing the test, you just use them and it's very easy. For the first one, it's good that you can compare things. Like you see the highlights, like they usually give you like graphs, and you see the highlights of one with the other, and you can compare that. The low points, they like these kind of things. You don't give your opinion, it's not about that, you just put what you see on the graphic. Yeah, that's it. You shouldn't take too much time because this, it's worth half of the other test. The other test, they give you more score for that. So you should take more time and more effort in the second part. In the second part, the first thing you should do is to try to understand what kind of question they ask you. What are they asking you for? Like, do they want you to give your opinion? Do they want you to come with a solution? Do they want you to do like a comparison? So, for me, what works is to do an introduction, 2 paragraphs to develop the idea, and a conclusion. They ask you to give, it's very important that you give examples, like from your experience. Like if they're asking you about hunger in the world, you should say that you maybe read it in Zambia, they have this project with, I don't know, like it's good that you give some example and that you develop this example with after. It's very important to have a good conclusion, especially if they ask you to solve a problem, like to give a solution. It's very important that you do offer a good solution, like well, mine was advertisements and how they influence on people's lives. So I say that in the end, like I give a good introduction and then I develop why this was happening to people, what were the causes, what were the effects. And then in the end, I concluded and gave a solution that government should be more careful, should have more laws to not have like bad advertisement, like for example McDonald's saying that it's healthy or something like that. So yeah, you should give like examples and what should be done. Beside that, yeah, just train a lot. Oh, and for the reading test, it's important to read like newspapers or academic things, because they ask you to like read a lot of things and it's very difficult. So read like scientific things. They give IELTS and Janine can give you some links to that. It's very important that you read these kind of things, get used to. What else? So after that, you have the speaking test. You might have on the same day or the day before or after. Before and after. to the speaking test, I mean, it's important not to be nervous, like to be relaxed. You know. I don't really study one day before the test. Don't study. Don't do that. Just be relaxed, eat good food, and have good sleep. That's important. My evaluator, he was very friendly and kind, so he was like talking to me and made me feel comfortable. Maybe this happened to you if you're lucky. Maybe not.
Last time I'm very exciting.
Yeah?
I'm very exciting.
I'm very anxious. Yeah, this can happen. I was a little bit, but I tried to deep breath. Just these things. So introduce yourself. Janine, she told me, she gave me an example that I should say my first name. My first name is Victor. My family name is Algeri Hoitman, but you can call me Victor. That sounds like good. And usually they are certainly gonna ask you like personal things first, like do you work or study? I think all of them ask that, so I mean you should have an answer for that already. Do you work or study? After that they're gonna ask you also personal questions like what's your favorite color, or let's see here, do you work or study? They ask you about your apartment, where do you live, so you should be prepared to talk about like your childhood, friends, family, very basic things. Just be natural, talk about it. Be natural but be careful. You know, don't talk like you're talking to some friend on the street. I mean, think of the evaluator as your friend, but you should be formal. You know, like use good words, like speak very naturally, you know.
Try to avoid slangs or colloquial.
Yeah, to colloquial words. Yeah. So if you can learn some some fancy words or some fancy expressions to use, you can do that. Janine always tells me, like when I'm writing, when I'm speaking, to say it is thought that, it is believed that, it can be seen that. These are like very good expressions. They give you points. So that's very good to keep in mind. What else? And then there is the second section where you have some time to like write what they're gonna ask you. So, oh yeah, the timing. And I don't know how it works with other evaluators, but my evaluator made me speak a lot. Like he made me speak like up to 14 minutes the whole time. Maybe this happens to you, maybe it doesn't. But you should be prepared to be very talkative. That's important, that you give like long answers. But don't get like lost in the answer. Just give good answers and don't be shy. You know? Yeah, I live in Thailand. Just don't do like that.
Yes.
So this one, they're gonna ask you about like an event you've been, like a party you have been, or for me it was my favorite movie, or no, for me it was about science, I think. Yeah, science. They asked me what was my field in science that I most liked. I said psychology, I think, something like that. So you should just introduce why you like that, introduce what happened, develop that, and conclude. Just have the basic structure. And talk. There's no problem to talk too much because you're just gonna say, okay, your time is finished, let's go to another. And then there's the discussion. It's pretty simple. It's just he's gonna ask you questions, and he's gonna give answers back, like why that happens, or why do you think like that. Just be natural and talk to him.
Every question should have examples, and or some question yes, and you have to compare.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah, if you're getting nervous, just give a very deep breath and don't worry too much about pronunciation. I think that's not the most important thing. It's good if you can like pronounce things properly, but I think the most important is to don't make grammatical mistakes. and try to be natural and speak like in a good way. But no, don't worry too much if your pronunciation is not very American or British. But if you do choose to speak like an American or like a British, speak only like an American or only like a British. Don't mix or don't speak like an Australian. Yeah, yeah.
เนี่ยห้ามผสมถ้าไปอังกฤษแบบสำเนียงอังกฤษก็ไปนั่นเลยอเมริกันก็อเมริกันเลย
Yeah, stick to one accent.
We said the word speak IELTS.
The word speaks IELTS.
Yeah, because you maybe you are Japanese. You can speak English, but you can connect Japanese style, but people understand you. So the word speaks
accent is not
IELTS.
important.
Yeah. Just speak.
Maybe Brazilian accent.
As long as they understand you, it's okay.
Yeah, just train, do mock tests, and be fine. And study with Jenny.